Hello guys, welcome to another video of TechnoSpike, and in this video series what we are gonna do is we are gonna make a Chrome extension which will be used to authenticate your extension with Firebase. So basically it's the authentication of Firebase in a Chrome extension. So I was working on a simple project, but I didn't found one in a simpler way, so I decided to write code in a simpler manner, so that if other people are facing the same problem which I am getting, so they can just copy paste my code and get resolve their issues. So without any delay, let's start with first of all create a Chrome extension, simple Chrome extension. What is the process of creating a Chrome extension? Here I am opening it with VS Code. I am using VS Studio Code, and here what I am going to do is here it is. I'm going to create a file name as manifest.json. These files are necessary for creating a Chrome extension, so do remember that. I'm creating an index, or we can do it as main.html. There will be JavaScript file as well. We can name it as main.js. And after these files, what we are going to need is we are also going to need main.css. We have to style our component as well. So let's jump to manifest.json. First of all, we have to put some brackets here, and here I'm gonna write the name of my extension, and it will be Firebase test sample or test. Okay, it's going to be test. Then we have to put a comma in here, and then we define the variant which is necessary. So then the variant will be 1.0.0, and we're gonna cover it with these, and then go to next line. And now I am writing it for manifest 3, so I have to define the manifest variant as well. Manifest underscore variant, and manifest variant will be 3. Now we will move to okay, okay, here is gamma, and here is manifest variant. We don't need a comma here. Now what we are going to do is we are going to give permissions as well. So for permissions, what is most necessary is we try to permissions, and then it's going to be, we are going to define an array, and in that array, but after that there will be comma, and in this section what we are going to write is active tabs. We need all the active tabs to be okay. Why it's not working? Oh, okay, got it. I have to place it in. Yeah, there's a comma, and I just need tabs as well, so I'm gonna put tabs as well. Okay, here with comma, and now I will give the content script. It's basically the JS files, and where will be the matches and all that stuff. So we don't need to bother with that. Just write it as I'm writing it down. So content script, content scripts, I guess. So, okay. Now what we're gonna do is again define array. And in this I'm gonna see amenities matches. is run at now. Do is I have to define actions as well. So I'm going to define action after the content. Here is the content, and here I'm going to define actions, and here it goes. In actions, I will define the for title. Okay, and I'm gonna give it a title as Firebase test. And then with another thing we are gonna give is the default pop-up, which will be our main pop. Okay, now I will give it the name of this manifest. I will create this manifest as the main pop-up. So let's do it without any further delay. Getting it. Okay, I'll give it main dot ht, and here we go. Since I think we have completed our work, I will define a service worker because it will run in the background, and for the time being, let's leave it. We're gonna just simply find it. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we have to create some basic HTML. So just we can be created. First of all, we are gonna create a domain here. Name it as main container. Now what we are going to do is create an input, and its type will be text, and then another input, and its type will be password. There will be a button, it will be login. So what else we are gonna do? Now we have to give it some styles, and just we can create another div as well, which is named as div. We can write it as h1. You can give it h1, which means this division will tell whether the user is logged in or not. So let's h1, and for the time being, please log in. Now we are gonna add some style to this. So this is the main container, and we can name it as container2. So now we have a container2, and this one is h1. I can give it id as well, id. So let's move on to this. We are gonna give these two classes as class input, and this one also class input. I should give it the ID here, submit. For the timing, we check it as well that how it is looking. So you can see that it's looking something like this, and I have to just give it some beautifulness, or we have to beautify it as, let's go to the code. Let's go to the code, go to the code, go to the code. Okay. Now just okay, let's go here. Okay, let's give them, we have given them classes as well. Now we have to give them ID as well. So ID, this one will be, you can say that email, and this one will be password. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give them styles, some styles. So we'll go to this, and then first of all we'll give style to the body. That's not typing. First of all, what we're gonna do is give them padding, and padding should be 50 pixels, 50 pixels, and now the one should be 100 pixels. 100 pixels. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give a background color. It should be more attractive, and I think it's this one. Okay. Yes. Now what we are gonna do is we are gonna do main slash container, and what we are gonna do is we are gonna give text align center. What we are gonna do is we are gonna give border 2 pixel solid. So it shouldn't be red, it should be gray. It will look more attractive, and thus here we go. And now what we're gonna do is give it a padding of 30 pixels. Now what we're gonna do is give the inputs some styling. I define them as inputs or input. Okay, it's input. So let's change this to input, and now what we are gonna do is we're gonna give them padding and pixel. Okay. Now the other thing is the submit button, and height should be 40 pixels. The width should be 70 pixels. Okay. Just another main container 2 is remaining. We can hit the name of container 2. Okay, just copy it. I don't want any spelling mistakes, so just dot control V, and then we are gonna give a text align center, and then we are gonna give it a border 2 pixel. Okay, now I'm gonna give it padding as well, and it's not upward, it should be 30 pixels. Okay, let's check it again. And the heck, oh, I didn't link the CSS to the main body, so I'm gonna link it, and it will be main.css. Now let's check it. Okay, now it's looking something cool. Now what we are going to write some JavaScript, and in the next part we are going to authenticate the Firebase in it. Okay, so as the video is getting larger, so I think that would be enough if I just get these things and show just simple statement. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a script here, and in the script I'm going to write source, and source will be our main.js. So just go to the main.js, and now what we are going to do is we are going to just get all the elements by their ID. So let email is equal to document dot get element by ID, and the first ID we are gonna pass it in here is email, and we're gonna get it And then the second thing we are gonna get is let password is equal to document dot get ID, and we're gonna pass it password. Okay. Now we have to get the button as well, so that okay, button. Okay. Now what we are gonna do is we are gonna also get the describer. Okay, let's get it as well. Sorry. Okay. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to add an email listener to the button. So whenever the button is clicked, it will get the email and password values, and then we can authenticate with them with the Firebase. So for now, what we are going to do is we are going to add an email listener to the button dot add email listener, and what should be one event? It will be click. Uh, it will be click. Yes. Okay. And what we are going to do whenever it is clicked, we are going to pass a function here that will be called whenever this is hit it, and I'm gonna call a login here. So what this function login will do, first of all, it will get e equal to email dot value, and then p equal to password dot value. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna console log this value dot e plus p. Okay, let's test it. We are gonna here just refresh it on the console mode. There's some sort of error. I didn't get that, what it is saying. Yeah, okay, it's giving something else error. Okay. It's giving me the value, but it's giving me Firebase is not defined at login main.js. Okay, it's going to another code. I was just worried. Actually, I have enabled another extension, so it's mixing up that code with that one. So I'm gonna remove this one. Okay, and here we go. Now it will not give any error. I think so. It will be clean now. Okay, let's check it. Still giving the double, but that file is not included here. Okay, just leave it here. We are getting the values, that's okay. Now the next step will be we will authenticate Firebase, and we will set up the Firebase in our Chrome extension. So if you want to subscribe my channel, please do subscribe, and I will post that video when I'll get around about 50 likes. Thank you very much for watching this video.